Joe Rogan reveals the UFC fight he wants Dana White to make the most in 2025. MMA fans around the world share Rogan's desire to see the fight. The UFC is on course to have a massive 2025, but one fight, in particular, sits at the top of Joe Rogan's wishlist. The MMA leader already has several pulsating matchups in the pipeline, including Khamzat Chimev's eventual crack at middleweight gold. But UFC fans around the world are hoping one mammoth matchup, in particular, comes to fruition. That fight is the eagerly anticipated heavyweight title bout between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall, which is seemingly at the top of Dana White's to-do list for this year. And Rogan hopes the veteran promoter and his good friend can deliver the unification bout, saying during a recent episode of his podcast, "God, I hope they fight." Aspinall, 31, has blown all his UFC opponents out of the water on his way to claiming and defending the interim title. But the Brit Bruiser has only been past the first round once in his UFC career, something Rogan wants to see him change. He continued, "I wanna know, what would happen?" Here's the question with Aspinall. What happens to Aspinall in the second round? If you want to talk about a guy who sprints. If you want to talk about a guy who is fast twitch, Aspinall might be the fastest heavyweight in the history of the sport. At a 250 lb plus frame, his movement is extraordinary, and that's something you have to deal with. That is a crazy ability. His ability to move the way he moves is so much different to everybody else in the sport. His hand speed and full range of skills. He's got incredible stand-up, knocks guys out with one punch. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, really good wrestler. He has everything and he's young. Negotiations over the unification bout, which Jones has demanded EFU money for, are underway. And White is confident he'll be able to get the deal over the line. The 55-year-old said, "Jon Jones has never said behind the scenes, 'I won't fight Tom Aspinall.' It's the exact opposite. Jon Jones is like 37, or 38 years old now, has these huge gaps in between fights. He will fight Tom Aspinall and it will be the biggest fight in UFC history.